let's make a CSS file and then link it to our project. So File, New, and we will change from text to CSS. Okay. And then we will go ahead and save. And we will save this as styles.css. And we will save into our root level folder for our project, in this case our demo. So we will save. And then my working file, I don't need this open. So I'm going to go ahead and close. And now you'll see that styles is inside. So we will create the link to our styles. And before I do that, why don't we go ahead and because it's part of the standard now with HTML5. Let's just go after our HTML and we will do our language equals, and then in the quote marks, EN for English, since we are writing in English. All right, now let's go ahead and create our link to our what is now empty CSS file. All right, so we will add our link element and href equals, and the program is trying to help us out because it understands which folder we're working in, so we can either continue typing or we can just select styles.css. Now we need to basically call out that the relationship of our CSS, our styles.css, is a style sheet. So relationship equals, and we can just start spelling. We should be able to cycle through these, okay? Or we can just start typing style sheet. And then the next will be the type of document we're working with. And this will be text CSS. Okay. All right, so we are linking to our style sheet now. So we can go ahead and save. And when we want to work on our style sheet, we can select it and it becomes one of our working files. Now, if you want, again, you can go to split. And this way, what we can do is open our styles. Whoops. Let me go back here. All right, so I'm going to make sure that this pane has a focus, and then I can go over and open my styles. So I would be able to work with my HTML and my CSS simultaneously, or you just have to kind of toggle back and forth between the two. All right, while we're here, let's go ahead and on our styles, it probably would be a good idea to have our character set also UTF-8. So let's do UTF-8. Make sure I have U in here. Okay, and then let's just go ahead and put a comment so we can call this out specifically as a CSS document. Okay, then we'll end our comment like so, and we can save. All right, so now we have one pane with our HTML, one pane with our CSS. If you don't want both of these, then you can just come back, probably click on this little icon here, okay, which will put your CSS on this side, which would give you another pane, which you could add a focus to. All right, so I'm going to go back and select my index, and we will go back and set this to no split. And again, chances are we are going to be working, or you are going to be working with JavaScript files. So let's go up to File and New. And this time we'll change text to JavaScript. Okay. And then we will go ahead and save. And let's just call this scripts. Matter of fact, we could have JS scripts. We'll save this inside our root level folder. Okay. And now we can go back to our index and write. We need to link to our JavaScript file, and then I noticed I left off the greater than sign to close my link properly. Okay, so let's make sure we have our link closed properly. Now let's go ahead and create a script, and our script is going to have a source, and our source equals JS scripts, and the type equals, and this will be text JavaScript, and we will end our opening script, and that should auto close our our closing script. And now we are linked to both our CSS and our JavaScript file. Now this step here assumes you're using JavaScript. If you're not, then obviously you don't do this step. And you are now ready to start writing the code for your project.